thank you to Craig, Cherie, and Adriana for being here and sharing your stories. I'm so grateful to all of you for taking the time and using your voice to advocate on behalf of so many Minnesota families. It's such an honor to be with you all here today. I got to tour a classroom earlier and learn about the incredible work that Head Start does. It really is a pillar of our community here in Brooklyn Park and around the metro. The stories we've heard today make clear what we all know. It is so expensive to raise a family. And unfortunately, the Trump-Vance administration is only making it worse. When President Trump was on the campaign trail last fall, he ran on the promise that he would bring down the price of everything for working families. And Vice President Vance said he would pursue a pro-family agenda and that he wanted to make it, quote, easier for moms to afford to have babies. But where are we more than 3 months into the Trump-Vance administration? President Trump has taken a wrecking ball to our economy, creating chaos and confusion and plunging consumer confidence to the lowest level in more than 4 years. He and his Republican majority in Congress are selling out our families' health care, child care, and public education, really to pay for tax cuts for billionaires. That's just the truth. And all the while, they have done not one single thing to lower costs for American families. Literally not one. In fact, his policies are making raising a family more difficult and more expensive. President Trump is failing Minnesota's families. His reckless tariff wars with our largest trade partners are chaotic, confusing, and reckless, and families are going to have to foot the bill. So what we're here to specifically highlight today is that President Trump's sweeping tariffs will force families to pay even more for products that are necessary for Minnesota families, including car seats and high chairs and strollers and cribs. These products are essential to care for young children and keep them safe. They are necessities. And in the case of car seats, they are literally required by law.
Yes, they are.
That's why today I'm leading my colleagues in calling on the Trump administration to exempt essential baby products from his tariff wars. Raising a family is already too expensive. Family with babies and toddlers already spend around $20,000 in the first year alone, including nearly $1,000 on baby safety gear. Trump's tariffs will only make it worse. And as you heard from Head Start, they need to bulk purchase car seats. Parents need car seats, and they need high chairs, and they need strollers, and they need cribs. What they don't need is President Trump raising the cost of these items. So we are here today to say this is not what Minnesota families want. Minnesota families do not want to foot the bill for President Trump's reckless trade wars. And while we're at it, Minnesota families don't want to cut early childhood education either. Minnesota families do not want to gut health care coverage for children and families. And Minnesota families do not want to see this administration and congressional Republicans continue to prioritize tax cuts for billionaires over the health and well-being of working families. What we do want is to ensure that our kids have the best opportunities possible and to be able to get a great education, to be healthy, and to thrive. Our kids are the future of our country. Setting our children and families up for success should be something we can all get behind. This isn't a partisan issue. And that's what I'll be fighting for every day in Washington on behalf of the families here today, across the 3rd District, across Minnesota, and across our country. So with that, I will finish, and we can open it up to questions if there are any.